Welcome to markets now. I'm Michelle Rook. As we roll through the noon hour, we are seeing livestock mostly higher with a few exceptions there. The grains leaning higher except for soybeans. Now, the corn market actually started off with some pressure overnight. Then this morning, some of that on more favorable weather with some warmer, drier conditions to allow some planting here. But we're back to the plus side. We're seeing some short covering and corrective buying, as well as some position squaring as we head into the WASDE report tomorrow with expectations or average trade guess just a little over 1.3 billion bushels. And so up 2 cents right now in the December corn. The May contract's up about 6.5. And again, old crop ending stocks are expected to be lower tomorrow. So that's probably why we're seeing a little bit of support there. Export inspections this morning came in just shy of 32 million bushels. Soybeans have been on both sides of steady this morning. We are seeing basically the market did try to get above the $15 mark in the May contract and kind of failed there. So we're trading under that level. So seeing a little consolidation, but again, some squaring ahead of the report tomorrow. Most of those average trade guesses just below the 200 million bushel mark. 198 was Reuters number. And so that plus pretty decent export inspections actually this morning, a little better than last week at about almost 25 million bushels, lightly supportive here this morning, as well as a little higher soybean oil. So you've got May beans down a couple cents. The November's down only about a quarter this morning. Meal is off, but soybean oil is slightly lower. Wheat futures back to the plus side here after a lower week last week. You are seeing some short covering. The weather looks warm and dry, and so that's another supportive factor, as well as ideas that we may see lower crop ratings again in this afternoon's national rating. And so we're up anywhere from 2.5 to 3 in Chicago. Kansas City wheat up about 9.25, with Minneapolis up about 1.75 to 2 cents. Export inspections were just a little better this morning at 12.3 million bushels. Over in the cattle complex, we've seen two-sided trade already, but right now live cattle mostly higher. Seeing at times a little profit taking, and then we push back up into contract highs there. The June and August contracts have both scored new contract highs. And of course, we're still trading the record high cash trade prices from last week. In Nebraska, some record prices there. The weighted average on a dress basis, 278.64, and the live sell price 172.06 in terms of the weighted average there. So both records and choice boxes were up another $1.96 on the noon report. So again, you are trading mostly higher here from about a nickel to 28 cents better in the live cattle futures. The feeders are higher with the exception of May, which is the most actively traded contract. That's down 43 cents. Lean hog futures, we're trading mostly higher. We started off lower there, made a couple more new contract lows, including the June. And then we saw some short covering or some corrective buying. We do have cutouts back a little bit higher here at noon, which is also helping out. But we're down 65 on the nearby contract. The back months are up as much as 90 cents. That is a look at your markets. I'm Michelle Rook.